Hello, everyone, and welcome to the finale of Spider-Man on PlayStation 4/5/ whatever console this might come to in the future.
Current and next-gen consoles.
Oh boy.
See, you left the pre-order line without getting your console yourself, Spider-Man.
Who's running this place? Me.
It's a nightmare out there, man. Black Friday.
I swore the email went through.
They asked for a confirmation code and everything. I didn't hit refresh when I was checking my debit.
Wait, this is the guy that Spider-Man saved earlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the good dog on the left? Yes.
Oh my god.
Ah, what goes around comes around. Huh.
Also, MJ, you helped him through so many injuries. You knew this was coming.
I mean, you don't like.
Well,
seeing
sure,
your
but it's
friend being
just one of
hurt,
those.
yeah.
Like, you've had to patch him up how many times?
Of course, they're going to very respectfully not take off his mask, even though that would seriously help them evaluate his medical condition.
Also, just help him breathe.
They took the mask off. It's just another mask.
Remember,
like,
secret.
Or an NFT
Remember,
of the mask.
secret identity means secret.
I mean, like, just being able to see his eyes would be important in a situation like this because, you know, whether your pupils are dilating correctly is an indicator of multiple things, including concussion.
I wish I had Logan's healing power right now. No one wants to help old Spidey, you know.
They say she could go at any moment.
Oh, jeez.
With great power comes great responsibility.
I'm fine, she says.
Where are you going?
I need to find Otto. He has the anti-serum. I don't know if I can beat him.
Avengers
hang
buddies, anyone? Strange,
Spider-Man needs help.
Chala,
Peter.
Matt.
Peter helped build.
Hell, I'll
this
take
world.
Iron Fist at this point.
Anyone can.
So where's our friend the radioactive spider?
Crawling around.
I was like, where's Mary J's new spider buddy?
Yeah, somewhere around here.
Get him, Tiger.
Hey, she said the nickname.
She said the thing. There he is.
She's been riding her this whole time.
I guess.
Yeah. He never bites her.
It's,
Like, this is the thing that bites Miles.
Yeah.
over nothing. Itsy bitsy spider.
No, you gotta sing this Green Goblin. The itsy bitsy spider, what up?
It's you, Gabi. It's you who's out, Gabi. Out of your mind.
Wrong answer.
Out am I?
It was him. It was, he was talking about. He was watching Jeopardy.
And the spider gets killed for its troubles.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that was how that goes. So are
And-
we going
and
to
it's-
see
and-
Miles do Spider-Man things?
We're not gonna get a follow up on that until the very end of this game.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's one of those, despite all of his wincing and wobbling and ugh and ahing, when you get back into the game, he's totally fine.
There must be something at the lab I can use.
Well,
But does Spider-Man have super regenerative healing? I forget.
To an extent, I guess.
he heals faster. But that's mostly
But he's not Wolverine.
yeah,
fast,
not Wolverine fast, but faster. It's comic book convenience, mostly so that they don't have to put their superheroes out for months every time they get a little boo-boo in a battle.
They only appear in trades.
Because like in real life, the kind of injuries that you would get in an actual fight situation are the kind of things that take weeks to heal properly,
Months if things are broken.
Yeah. But like Spider-Man gets tossed into walls all the time, so they kind of need an excuse not to have him down and out with broken ribs all the time. I like the cell shading on that one. That's like really good.
I got a lot of mileage out of the animated suit. Yeah. The Sam Raimi one is one I stuck for the DLC, and I just can't hate Paper Bag Man.
Since it seems like Sable and Spider-Man are starting to like not hate each other so much, it would be cool if instead of these lame ass stealth sequences, we got alternate little playable characters for sections like Sable. I mean, That would be,
What would it be? Like Spider-Man with a gun?
well, does she swing around?
She can use her like gadgets and shit.
So come up with some
like
interesting...
instead of like web slinging through buildings, she just grabs the legs of like two tiger like jetpack dudes. What the fuck are the guys called?
Well, you know, just come up with some interesting mobility options for her and do some isolated sections as Sable.
What is the name of the military front? Is this just Sable? Because I keep saying Tiger, but that's Batman.
I don't actually know what Sable's organization is called. Silver Sable is...
I think it might just be Sable. Yeah.
Silver Sable is like one of those characters that I know exists, and I've seen her in like snippets in the comics, but
I can't believe they gave Spider-Man the fucking Schumacher suit up at the end of the movie, where he just gets a new suit for no fucking reason.
Was this something Otto was working on?
It's something he whipped up in a matter of hours somehow.
Yeah, because
he
knew that Peter and Spider-Man were kind of the same thing, so he figured he helped make some altercations to his suit. But he never really needed a reason to do it. Well, to use it until now.
And once again, we have live footage of Mayor Osborn being held captive on the roof of Osborn Tower.
Oh no, if only there was a gang of superheroes who handled these sorts of things.
I saw this in King Kong. Kong didn't make it.
You're a little short for a kaiju. Just saying, buddy.
Before they mop you off the pavement.
You're more like a Donkey Kong than a King Kong. Ow. Okay, I didn't mean it. Wait, does that make me Pauline? Oh, she is the mayor of her city, too.
Say it, Norman. Cancel yourself.
In the end, this is just going to make Norman feel like a sympathetic figure, isn't it?
Yeah, you can make him a martyr.
Well, we'll see what happens, because MJ has the backup drive with all the information on the illegal experiments and stuff, so...
Ooh.
The truth. The truth.
You know, the little tips at the end of your shoelaces? Their true purpose is sinister. You know, fluoride doesn't actually clean your teeth. It does make you visible via spy satellite.
You could never accept that I'm better than you. You're a failure, Otto.
Is this really something you want to be telling to the guy who's perfectly willing to kill you?
Yeah. That could have... Oh, wait. This is going to be super ironic, isn't it?
My neck. Like I was gonna say, there's still a significant amount of whiplash, whatever the fuck Spider-Man did there.
I was going to say, like... This... Spider-Man managed to save him that way. And wasn't he the guy who dropped Gwen Stacy? Like, wasn't that a Green Goblin thing? I think it was a Green Goblin thing.
I don't remember the original comic book line where Gwen Stacy dies. Was it Green Goblin?
Oh, it's too bad Ted isn't here. He'd be able to answer this question
Yeah.
right away.
Ted had to unfortunately leave before the last part because he had things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could only assume that Joker threw Gwen Stacy off at the clock tower, and Spider-Man was not able to save her in time.
Yeah, so, final boss is Otto. It's an okay fight. It kind of results in a lot of just the same gameplay battle loop that you've had before. And I died.
Yeah.
It's mostly just, you know, web up, dodge, throw things at him.
Otto's, like, arms obviously lend him a certain level of reach and mobility that other enemies do not have, so it's a bit more of an even fight in that respect.
Yeah.
Very dangerous in close quarters combat.
It's weird because you think the long reach would make him more vulnerable to close quarters if he can get inside of his reach.
Okay, that was really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, Otto just
Otto's
was
already
frozen there for a
established,
second.
like, the level of precision control he has over these things, though. So,
Yeah, but it's also a matter of they're still long. They still take time to get inside that reach. To bend and turn
yeah,
around,
but,
so.
like, his entire the entire setup for this thing emphasized like just how fast and precise he can be at the same time. It's not like his arms like lumber around the way you would expect them to. He's ridiculously fast with these things. If he wanted to, he could probably swing around about as fast and mobile as Spider-Man does, but obviously his ability to do things with the arms is limited a bit by his own experience with moving around quickly.
Ouch.
Yeah, imagine how long would it take to like break in these kind of arms given the technology used? Because at this point they're basically just extensions of himself.
Well, your ability to use them is always going to be about at least, I should say, at least as limited by like how used to moving in a certain way you are, because like just having robot limbs doesn't automatically make you super agile with them.
No,
You know,
because
real.
to me it's one thing that your brain controls the arms. It's another thing where they're just they're glorified prosthetics. So there's no nerve endings connected to them either, as far as I know. So when you move and when you do stuff with them, you don't feel that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I feel goes a long way in being as absolute as precise as you can be.
Yeah, that's the thing about this concept, though, is that like they're arms that the human body isn't used to controlling. So, I mean, it'd be one thing if the prosthetic was actually attached to one of his 4 actual limbs, but these are sticking out of his back at a place where no human has anything sticking out.
Yeah.
So, like, how does the brain adapt to suddenly having 4 additional parts that it didn't have before and that the human body is not supposed to have? It has no instincts for controlling octopus limbs from its back. You know, it's
I guess that's why it helps that he's super smart.
yeah, it's like this is far from the only story that has flirted with the idea of creating additional things for the brain to control. But oh boy, this is not
geez.
going to be good. Did he just like rip off the cover?
It's a stabilizing chip, I think.
Oh,
So I think you just put Otto on a time limit,
He
basically.
put him on autopilot.
Oh.
Hey, it's that scene from it's that face mask rip from Spider-Man 2.
You knew,
oh boy.
You didn't hide it very well, Peter.
but you didn't listen.
Dude. Okay, dude, you're ripping up my city.
I won't let you win.
Did you expect me to listen? I mean,
Means too much to me.
this is kind of my job.
Not more than it means.
Well, not really my job. No one pays me for it, but you know, it's the thing that I do. It's like the only thing I'm known for. Come on, man.
How is he sticking to the wall like that? I know Spider-Man, but it's like he has the big barrier suit thing on now, so
I mean, that's always been a question,
Yeah.
is how far does the web receptors go past the suit?
Can't you see all the people you're hurting?
scripted sequence.
You haven't suffered like I have.
Dude. Okay,
I
dude.
lost my uncle.
That does, like, none of the people that you've hurt have been Osborn.
Yeah.
Okay. Osborn got out of this with a few bumps and scrapes. Everyone else, everyone who had nothing to do with what he did, they're the ones who are hurting, so.
It was like the neurological disorders, like everyone he saw to look like Norman.
Oh, so
That-
he's like Polka Dot Man.
Like even the yeah, exactly in Suicide Squad. Yeah, like it just even in the mirror he sees Norman.
Yeah.
Hey Otto, you know who that is? What? It's Norman Osborn.
This is a very visually striking scene, but it's also very repetitive.
I'm not doing it super well is the thing.
Spider-Man, you know, just kick him in the dick, dude.
In fact, I'm amazed Otto lasted this long considering he's a ill health old man. For some reason,
Well, that's-
nothing's just connecting.
That's the other thing, though, is that like the Octavius is able to do a lot without actually straining his body much. Like he's flinging himself around, and that's obviously going to take its toll. But he's not actually using his muscles beyond
No,
that.
everything's just thought powered.
Yeah.
You were. That man is gone. You can't save me, Peter. Then I guess you'll have to save yourself.
Oh, I remember this scene from Batman Begins.
I mean, no, I don't think it was that.
I won't kill you, but I don't have to say.
I don't have to save you. You're killing me anyway.
No,
that is-
technically,
that
he
is
started
a
to train himself. It's his own fault.
That is a striking line of dialogue, though, because last time Octavius got like a major spot in the public consciousness, he had a redemption at the end of the movie, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, until the new movie.
You look tired, Parker. Not tired.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm talking about Spider-Man 2, for
Yeah.
those of you watching.
Well, I mean, it's the same
the-
Otto, so.
The magical future year of 2023. Oh, the barrier suit is made of the same stuff as the arms, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, Jesus, that's...
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
Decisions like terrorizing a city?
More.
Peter gets through the ringer in this game.
Yeah, he really does get fucked up.
Where's the cure?
It's
there we
falling.
go.
Yeah, it's like it's falling with him. Yeah, that's a broken back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he lives through this.
Well, I mean... You can live through
He's
a lot
paralyzed,
of
though.
stuff.
That's a good say.
Well, I mean, he was going to be basically paralyzed eventually anyway. Peter just sped things up a little. Oh, jeez.
I saw you as a son. I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
You did that yourself. Sorry, wrong movie.
I've worshipped you, your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others.
They do make this really
Well, you
tragic,
never
though.
gave up.
That's because men like us have a
Oh,
duty
God. You're not trying to justify yourself, Otto.
to
Come on.
use our talents in the service of others, even if they don't appreciate it.
Is he talking about himself or about Spider-Man?
For those beneath us,
Until that line, anyway.
Was he talking to Peter?
it or not.
No, you're wrong. You are everything I wanted to be. You just threw it away.
This is actually a
course,
pretty good scene.
You're right, Peter.
I'm having trouble remembering to talk over it.
Yeah.
Welcome to BrainScratch watches Spider-Man PS4.
We can fix it together.
Join me and we can rule the
You'll help me.
Manhattan.
Do everything I can. I'll make sure you get the best help.
No! If they put me away,
If they put you away, they'll take your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I'll be trapped in this useless body.
Yeah.
Even more useless now that you know.
Peter,
I don't know, you probably should hit up this guy at the fucking end of the. What was the guy's name? Metalhead. And one of the DLC chapters.
never abandon me.
I don't know, the not Dick Tracy dude, because that's who he reminds me of, a fucking Dick Tracy villain with his head is so fucking flat. Hammerhead or some other shit.
And of
Because I know we're not doing the DLC for this one, but this dude just straight up replaces his body with a cybernetic robot, and it's like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm smiling, but it's
Do
dumb.
what you think is best, Doc. It's all in
This Otto just puts his head on top of that body. And it has robot arms.
Even when it hurts like hell. Peter, where are you going? Peter?
Yeah, that's how that ends. Oh boy. All right, that's
The serum works.
it escalated a little too quickly, but I do like how that.
That's
how
why
that
that's why we
storyline
wanted it to be the next game.
ended.
You know, make the whole big thing about Doc Ock and all that instead of kind of rushing to that point.
It's still viable. We'll need the entire sample as a base to produce more doses.
How long will that take?
A few hours. Maybe a day.
It's a little difficult to talk about pacing a superhero story correctly because, like, there are so many mediums and so many different pacing styles that they use. Like, comic books aren't like manga, so they don't pace things slowly. Things move along at a pretty good click in comics. And animated shows, well, superhero animated shows are generally fairly episodic, so, you know, the stories have to fit into like 25 minutes or 20 minutes or something, whatever it is when you take away the
It's
commercials.
gonna be okay, ma'am. I've got the cure right here.
With great power comes great responsibility. I'm really that bad at hiding it, aren't I?
Oh, jeez.
You knew?
Everyone knows Peter. Goddamn.
Known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I am so proud of you.
Okay, so this is cool, actually, Aunt May being smart enough to just figure it out.
All the people you've saved.
Peter really gets the short end of the stick on everything in this
I
game.
was gonna say it's kind of hard to talk over this because it's just so emotionally heart wrenching. Like the shit Peter goes through in this game.
It's like he loses his aunt, he loses his second father figure. He gets the shit beaten out of him multiple times over.
And he has to make a choice between saving people and saving his aunt.
Again, great power comes great responsibility. And he
Yeah.
knows what the correct answer is, generally speaking.
Well, you know, Otto, you were talking about like teaming up and stuff. You killed my aunt, so consider that like way off the table, like even more off the table than it was before. I mean, it was never on the table, but now it might as well be in a different galaxy from the table.
You know what I put there instead? A cornucopia. Nobody likes cornucopias. That's how much I fucking hate you.
That's a lame name for a store. Anti-serum station.
So,
Well, Cure Cabin was already taken.
since they only had the one bottle, they had to replicate it from that bottle, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is why they
It was not just a matter of like they needed enough of it to make a base for
reproduction.
reproduction, basically. Yeah, that's why they
Good.
couldn't do
Yeah.
both. Hey, good on Spider-Man. They had a fucking funeral scene when it's not raining.
And then Spider-Man 2 PS5. One more day.
Oh God! Don't give them ideas. There's no welding to annul in this one, so they can't do that. Oof.
He seems no worse for wear for that beating he took.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll find a way to break him out in a future game. 3 months later. MJ, look, I'm still homeless.
Hi. Mary Jane Watson?
This cafe is my home now.
This is my favorite restaurant, but you will not believe the price of these fries.
Sandy lets me live here for free.
No, but
I'll be right with you, honey. Thank you.
I was actually considering maybe a career change.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think I might want to become a chef.
I'm sorry. No, it's
What? Stanley's teaching me all the ropes.
interest. A good one.
There's only so much I can do when you live in the kitchen.
Created a monster octopus that almost destroyed the city. So
Oh, he's actually blaming himself for that. Come on.
I mean, you do make a hell of a chicken curry.
But now that chicken curry's gonna come alive, and that's my next rival, Mary Jane. Are you happy now?
Watch out,
It is
it's
nice
the
to-
appetizer.
my new place isn't gonna be ready for about a week, so I'm gonna be crashing with Miles for the next few nights.
Oh. You know, you can
It'd
always
really be nice if
stay
Tony
at
would
my
just
place.
let me have a place.
Only if you want to.
No, I mean, yes. I mean, no, I don't. I'm not want to. But meaning, I do want to.
What's the correct answer here?
Only if you do.
I never stopped wanting to.
Ah, they're getting back together. Oh, finally.
Someone just shoots off fireworks in the background.
Why didn't this conversation happen like 3 months ago?
And that's the end of the game.
No, I think that would have been ill-timed.
Yeah.
I'm actually glad they waited 3 months between.
Getting
Oh
back
yeah,
together.
Aunt May's death.
I'm just kidding around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Spider-Man PS4/PS5. Probably my second favorite superhero game of all time. It just has a few too many little small problems to put it above Arkham City to me.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah, it's a little lower than Arkham City in regard. You know what? I would put it up on the same enjoyment level for me specifically. I know it's going to sound really weird as the original Arkham Asylum. Because I love City to death, but I also still love going back to Arkham Asylum because of its simple design and its more straightforward adventure.
yeah.
That's fair. I just miss some of the more quality things like the whole gliding thing. You feel very slow and grounded in Arkham 1.
It's true.
So,
But I also feel Arkham is in itself is designed around that, so it's not that much of a hindrance. But I do agree that once you get a taste of City,
it's hard to go back to.
it's really hard to go
Yeah,
back.
so, no, this is a top 3 superhero game of all time for sure.
Easily one of the best Spider-Man games.
So
ever
it's
made.
just one of
Yeah.
those. There's just a few too many little things that keep it from being Arkham City for me. Now, hopefully, they fix those and rectify them in Spider-Man 2, which we'll see.
I like to look
Yeah,
at it.
but don't sleep on Miles Morales
No.
either. Miles Morales is also a good follow-up to this. It's a little broken because it's not the most optimized Spider-Man
No,
game.
it was very clearly we need something to put out between 2 and Wolverine.
Yeah, the holiday season of last year, basically. It's already been a year since the game came
Yeah.
out.
Maybe we'll get to Miles at some point, but not right now. It'd be a little bit too samey to do back to back.
Yeah.
And that's kind
I
of where
think-
the Miles problem kicks in, where it's like if you get the Ultimate version and play Spider-Man 1 before it because you hadn't played it, Miles is going to feel very kind of tough to go to because you've been playing Spider-Man 1 for so long, and Miles is just kind of more of the same.
What I think is, like, the way I look at it is, this is a really good game, but there's also a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah.
And that's actually, like, exciting to think about, because when Spider-Man 2 PS5, the new Spider-Man 2, whatever they decide to call it,
Spider-Man 2 too.
Yeah.
when that comes out, it's going to be freaking amazing, you know?
Oh, spectacular even. Superior.
Astounding even.
Oh,
Another
boy.
superlatives. My only worry...
I do agree because like on its first outing with this studio, they made this kind of quality game. It is pretty exciting to think about what
I mean, it helps that Insomniac was a known entity where it's like, regardless of how you feel about some of the Ratchet games, they just have a very solid quality of work behind them, so...
Yeah, they know what they're
Yeah.
doing.
So, good things to expect in the future, and I'm really excited for between Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine.
That's right, they are handling the Wolverine game too.
Yeah.
That should be pretty cool.
I'm glad they finally
Now-
credit Steve Ditko for creation.
Yeah.
Now, when are we going to get a Daredevil game?
The screen's just black the
we
entire
did.
time.
I'm not an expert or anything, but I think it's in the way that you ask her. I'm getting too nervous.
Moving in.
Pivot.
Pivot.
Yes, whatever is fine.
Okay.
Hey, so Pete,
Yeah.
I kind of got to talk to you about something I can't tell my mom about.
Ooh, guy talk.
Oh, that's never a comfortable.
Well, when a man and a
conversation.
woman fall in love.
He tries to save her from a falling building, and
Oh.
look, Miles, I'm like 24. I'm not exactly equipped to handle this just yet.
Where your body starts to change. And
Also, Miles
Oh,
is a bit
boy.
old to be having this conversation.
some
Yeah, I
areas
know.
of
It's already fucking 36. No, I'm kidding.
I think it's better that I just
Drops his pants. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
Oh boy.
Pretty weird, right?
Yoink.
That was a good setup for this.
Sidekick time.
Me.
So many me's.
Is that Harry?
Yeah.
Oh.
Secret tunnel.
I was hoping the password was just one. Once.
1112. I'll never guess it.
It's fucking, god damn it. All right, 1113. Then 8 hours later.
You didn't move your secret bedroom lab.
So close.
What the hell?
Harry's sick, remember?
Oh.
It's not only sick, he has symbiote on him.
Yeah. Norman's doing all sorts of weird shit to Harry, so, high potential future Gobby.
I don't know, with symbiote? Like, I feel like this is going to be like their different. This is like going to be their version of Venom.
Or it
Possibly.
might be Carnage.
You know, because Venom's already a thing, because they already referenced him. So he can't be Venom.
Well, they
Did they reference Venom in
yeah,
this?
there's a
'cause-
cute comment about bring your best
Yeah,
black,
black
suit.
suit.
Spider-Man had a face, but like,
Oh, okay. Because I don't remember if this game references
No,
Eddie Brock
it
at
does.
all. Okay.
So Black Suit arc did definitely happen. So some version of Venom already exists.
Okay, because I don't know, because I feel unless they reference it specifically, where I'm talking Venom specifically, because the black suit is just a symbiote attaching to Spider-Man. Like that has nothing to do with Venom. Venom is just the aftermath of that.
By nature of having the Black Suit arc, Venom kind of has to exist already.
yeah,
True, but I also feel like different continuities. They can play with the rules if they wanted to.
Sure, but
That's
it's one of those. It's like
Yeah.
if you're bothering to mention the Black Suit, you're basically mentioning that Venom exists.
Let's just say if the second game, if Harry becomes Venom and they call it Venom, I will not be surprised.
Sure.
Yeah.
My only comparison to that is in the teaser trailer, Spidey already knew who he was. So,
Okay, then I'll have to look back at it again because I
or
don't.
at the very least, heavily implied he knew who he was already.
Right.
So,
Okay.
well,
Well, yeah, you should play Spider-Man though.
very
It's a
good.
game.
We'll see you in the next playthrough. Bye.